So, heading out to Atlanta for Mother's Day. And I'm stopping here at, I don't even know where this is, the Wildflower in the Phoenix, Arizona airport. It's close to my gate. I got the tickets before the whole Spirit shutdown, child. So I had a issue getting here, child. I mean, and it started yesterday. This morning was good. This morning was good. But yesterday, how about I lost my phone? I lost my phone. This phone right here, this is a whole new phone. Lost it. Lost it all. Lost my phone, all my pictures. Nothing. I ain't got no pictures. On my external little savor dish. I mean, gone. Nothing. Noodles, no packet. Gone. Gone. Camera, I had to redo my TikTok, my YouTube, all that. Well, I mean, I didn't have to start over, but like I had to get into it and all that stuff. Child, I had plans on doing classwork and all this stuff. Nothing. I didn't do a goddamn thing. Well, I did a little bit, but not a lot.
Hey,
now,
keep your scanner off. Remember, just keep your scanner off. You'll be fine.
149.
You sorry. Trying to balance on this stool. You got to put all this dunk in my trunk on this stool. It's a nice size stool, though. But I got my nails done. I pampered. I mean, and it wasn't. I didn't just go. That was a spa experience at KV Nail Art on Camelback. 7th and Camelback. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Highly. It was a whole spa experience. And you're not just paying almost $200 for someone to just paint your nails and massage your feet. They actually had drinks and, non-alcoholic drinks, but drinks. It was nice. It was nice. I felt pampered. Happy Mother's Day to me. But nothing went the way I expected it yesterday. Nothing. I have to get used to a whole new phone on this trip. But, the blessing in it is that I was able to pivot. Another time in my life, I wouldn't have been able to pivot like that. Not that I say that I'm successful, but I can say I'm blessed. I am empowered to prosper, So I got my nails done. How y'all like them?
Oh, yeah.
I got me a ham and Swiss. But either way, child, I was about to break down. Then, they done sat up there and added 2 other lines to my phone. Child. But you know what? And then I came home to them telling me that I'm behind on some things. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, what are y'all trying to do? But we're going to be all right. We're going to go to Atlanta. I'm going to go see my baby. And I'm going to love up on my son the best way I know how. Okay? I spent a nice penny, a pre-planned penny, to be there at the Arbor Festival where he'll be performing. Hopefully I'll be able to see, I'm going to see him. So, I'm excited for that. I barely got any sleep because my mood was so from the losing of my phone and then coming home to some nonsense that I will deal with when I get back. Okay. If it don't deal with itself, somebody is wrong. They need to look my records up. I can't help but feel spiritually attacked. But you know what? I'm blessed. And God is going to, there's something that's going to happen. There's going to be a test of my faith. I'm going to pass it. And I will get the just rewards of standing strong and believing and standing in faith. But outside of that, I'm excited. People be loving me on this hat. But at any rate, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. So I made it to the egg, getting on the MARTA. It's crowded. It's crowded on a Saturday. But here we go. Okay. I made it to the World Congress Center, State Farm Center. It's been, shoot. Hold on, let me catch my breath, y'all. Okay. I just went upstairs. I forgot how much stairs this Atlanta be having, and hills and inclines. I'm so used to walking on straight, flat ground. Okay, so I made it to Atlanta. I touched down about 4:30ish. I made it to the train stop. Let me tell you something that's different here. I almost forgot how fast these subways go because I'm so used to the light rail and them being subject to the lights because they're above ground. So I got here pretty quickly. My hotel is Embassy Suites, so got on the MARTA subway, made it to, now they've changed it. It's not the World Congress Center or CNN Center. It's called the Sports Entertainment something, or the SEC stop. So, because this is where all the arenas, State Farm Arena is, and around the corner from that is the Mercedes Stadium, and they have a few other entertainment places around here where people do it. That's one of the things I love about Atlanta. There is gonna be some entertainment, okay? What you want, they got it. You know what I'm saying? For everybody too. Now it's a lot of black people here, and I love it, okay? But it's a whole lot of other people too. So they have a little something for everybody here, you know? So yeah, I missed that. Now I'm gonna make my way to my hotel, check in, and knock out some of my classwork if I can. I'm not gonna try to make it to Auburn Festival tonight because I want to really knock out my classwork. I got a little bit done. I got closer to halfway point. Hopefully tonight I can knock out the remainder of the class questions, concepts, do the quiz, and start working on my paper so that I can turn it in I can turn it in the morning so that I can enjoy my Mother's Day with my baby. That's why I came here. So now, chances are he might want to see his mama. I hope he does. But the hotel that I got is doesn't have just free parking and stuff, right? So maybe I have to meet him, probably. But I tell you, I just had so much craziness that happened, but God kept blessing me to be able to do what I need to do. You know, I ain't even gonna lie. I had a moment where I wanted to, look at me, I'm already in Atlanta. Now I'm walking. And I be sweating in Arizona. But the condensation is real, okay? In Atlanta, that humidity is real, okay? Now I am sweating for real, okay? Maybe tomorrow morning, early morning, afternoon, I'm gonna do a video. I'm definitely gonna do a video at Auburn Festival. Definitely gonna show my son performing. Outside of that, maybe I'll do a little walk around and show y'all what it is here in the A. Why people love it so much. And I'm in Centennial Park. I'm at the Centennial Park Embassy Suites. If I were to say any tip, my tip to you all would be choose a hotel line, stick with it. Same thing with an airline. Choose the airline and kind of stick with it as much as you can. Because I'm really a Delta girl. But now that I live in Arizona, the hub there, the airline there is American. And American is cheap. They about as close as you're gonna get to Spirit. Okay, that is not Spirit. Okay, so, well, no, the closest you can get to Spirit is is Frontier, but next of the regular, I guess the regular airlines like Delta, American, United, stuff like that, they're pretty cheap. You would think that Southwest and Southwest is pretty cheap, but I never flown Southwest. No shade on them, just never did. So I picked my airline. My airline was Delta / American. Okay, when I can afford a Delta ticket, I'm getting Delta. Okay, but I'm also in a different stage in my life, and I'm in that stage where I ain't flying coach or main cabin. Okay, I'm upgrading. If they got a comfort level, I'm doing comfort. If I have to do what's the word I'm thinking of? If I have to do first class, then I'm gonna have to just do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's time for me to level up. I am too old to be sitting up there in squished up seats, even though I was in main cabin this time. You know, it's time for me to upgrade my experience on flights, or at least pay that extra money so I can have the extra leg room. You know what I mean? So we shall see. And American is the only one so far, is the one that has provided the affordability to fly and upgrade a little bit. So, all right, now I'm about to go to the hotel, check in, and I'll talk to y'all when I get to my hotel room. Okay, y'all, I done made it to the room, so I gotta do the full review, let me tell you, and it's nice. So let's see the room review. Let's step outside the door and switch that camera around. I literally just walked in the room. So here is, I'm at the Embassy Suites at Centennial Park, Olympic Park area, CNN Center. This is the living room. This is a whole suite. Okay, so we entered through that door, and look what they got on the television. That's me. So they have the whole thing on there. That is so cool. Then we have a little sitting area. And that's where I'd probably be doing my homework. There's the couch, and I believe that pulls out. There's an attaching door. Okay, I want to make sure that joint's locked. Maybe move the couch in front of that door so nobody come in here. Okay, so here's the coffee area. I mean, you know, being that I heard what they be doing with coffee machines. Here's the refrigerator for my food. Nothing in it, thank you, Jesus. But what's up here? The microwave. Here's the ice bucket and glasses. Here's the closet with the safe and the iron and ironing board. Here's the bathroom. Now, the bathroom is fairly small, if you ask me. They got the murder curtains, as Tony Baker would call it, the murder curtains. Okay, but hey, that's good enough for me. It's only for a couple of days. So here's the bedroom. It's a king size. Normally, I try to get 2 doubles, or yeah. But since it's just me, here's that here. Boom, boom. And here's my view of the Ferris wheel, Atlanta. I think it's called the Vision Wheel or something. I don't know what they call it. But yeah. Oh, I got overlook of the park. Nice. So let me tell you something. Like I said, pick your hotel, pick your airline. If you're going to be traveling and balling on a budget, doesn't mean balling and broke. Okay? When you have a certain line, look, us older people, I don't know about older people, look, but I love a good build up my points and then get some benefits from building up my points. So that's what you do when you choose a specific hotel line that you like or you can deal with, you know? Okay, so this couch is way too heavy. I want to drag it in front of that door so that no one comes in here. Oh, there's a whole nother door there. You see? Okay, good. So no one should be able to just come in here unless I have the door unlocked. So I feel better about that. So I'm going to lock this back. Ugh. So they can't just come into my door. So that's great. But pick that. Decide which airline, which whatever. Use it. Build up your points. Use your points. Okay. At some point before the end of the year, I'm hoping I'll be able to use my Hilton points to just pay for a hotel room for a night or two. Anyway, so that is me. Now I'm going to wash my face because I've been sweating. Find out what the Embassy Suites reception is. They have a reception at Embassy Suites every evening. They receive you with drinks and snacks, and I don't know what they are, and then they have breakfast in the morning. I have a voucher for it, and you present it each morning, each evening for the reception, and morning for the breakfast. Okay. So I like everything that I see in here. It's nice. It's nice. All right, anyway, that's it. We'll see you next time I do the vlog. Okay, now I'm in every embassy suite I've ever been in. They always have an evening reception for those who are checking in or those who are still here, and a breakfast. I have a voucher. Hold on, let me show you. Let me show you. So at this one, I get a voucher Each one I did get a voucher. If I was only staying there at night, excuse me, you was the corner. If you're only staying there at night, they only give you one, but you can get it every night that they have. So this Embassy Suite has like a living room sitting area. Look. So I walk down the hallway and they have a cute little sit area. I like it. So if you have some friends that come around and want to sit with you, or you can sit out here, just don't make too much noise. So I walked around that long circle just so you could see my see the living room area, and plus I wanted to see it on my floor. So each one, let me turn it around, has it. Well, at least the top floors. I think the middle floors may have it as well, but definitely the top ones have like the living room, type of situation. See, that's why I like Embassy Suites. Now, there was some of them kind of, I like Hilton. Now, last time I was in Atlanta, I stayed at the Hilton down on Cortland, and I did not like it. I did not like. They didn't have no breakfast. They didn't have no reception. They didn't have nothing. The only thing that was good about that Hilton is its location. If you have somewhere you need to go downtown, that is a perfect place. But outside of that, child, please. And I don't know why they don't do the breakfast. Maybe because of the location. I don't know. I'll see you at the reception going down. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, ding, ding, ding. Oh. I just got me my little chips and salsa. What they had for us was chips, salsa, like a Chex Mix, vegetables like carrots, celery, little cherry tomatoes, and ranch dressing for that, to dip that's what you're into. And then I got me a Whiskey Peach, because I'm in Atlanta. In the Embassy Suites in Arizona, it'll probably be something with tequila in it. So, I think I can get one more drink. And I'm going to go back on upstairs to finish my classwork. I just talked to my sweet baby. Well, he ain't sweet. Well, let me put it this way. He is sweet, but he ain't nice. Now, what I like about this Embassy Suite, outside of the little living room area they have along the top floors from the 6 on up, is they have a Ruth's Chris. Now, I used to call it just Ruth Chris. I thought it was the first and last name, Ruth and Chris, right? That's Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Let's see. I'm right here. I found a table right in front of the door. Now, if I play the lottery at the Publix and I win before I leave, I'll go to Ruth Chris. That's some expensive steak. So, I'll get back to you when I have my baby with me, or next time I feel like y'all need to know. Okay, bye. Me and my son actually hooked up later on that night, and we hung out in my hotel suite. We chopped it up. It had been 2-3 years since we had seen each other for any significant amount of time, and we just really chopped it up. And he spent the night. I did my homework. In the morning, he left. Went home to prepare for his set and go to church. I chose not to go with him to church because I wanted to finish up my classwork that I did not get to do on that Friday when all the
we going up. This a good day. This a good dancing day. Everybody got don't love it down. Oh now, I need you right now. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. That's a freaking body and I know it. Turned up 2 clicks, got too much motion. Let's go. Here's how you wanna get it, we got one stop. Yeah. Homie got some Molly, it's a one gun. Let's go. I ain't with the judging, only with the money. Only with the dirty if it cover repercussions. What? I just need my money cause I'm paying it up.
Yeah, ha, ha. I put the STL in hustle, bringing muscle to community. B.I.G. on Unity City, they like to SE it. Stand on what you say to me. Beautiful day. They never gonna treat you right.
My thing is, bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. This is so Atlanta.
Me and my son actually hooked up later on that night, and we hung out in my hotel suite. We chopped it up. It had been, 2-3 years since we had seen each other for any significant amount of time.
Okay, your girl is back in Phoenix, and I never thought, I don't know if you can hear me, I got crackhead lips. Okay, I never thought I'd see the day that I say I'm so freaking happy to be back in Phoenix, or at least Sky Harbor, airport, because oh my God, Atlanta airport made me want to tear everything down. You know, I'm on a trial run with Clear. How about, like you'll see in the video later, how Sway am I? How Sway am I sitting up here in the Clear line? I'm supposed to skip the line, and the regular line was going faster than me. But good old Atlanta. I mean, it started with me choosing Lyft. Now, it ain't Lyft. Lyft isn't the problem. But that driver was. And it was a brother. And I'm sorry I did not tip him. I usually tip regardless. Because the fact that they get in their cars and they allow someone else to be in it. Yeah, I get it. But I did not tip him. He wasn't a bad, but for the time, no. But I also pay for priority, so they get more money. And that brother, I don't know if Lyft let them know that I chose priority, but that nigga drove like I was not a priority at all. I'm not trying to catch a flight. Nah. He was literally going below the speed limit. Now, I drive slow, but I drive the freaking speed limit. It was only by the grace of God. Only by the grace of God I got on that plane on time. Because if I would have thought, oh, I got clear so I could just skip the line and didn't leave out early like I did, I'd have been pissed because I missed my flight. Okay? And it would have been my fault. And you know what? Clear wouldn't have paid for my ticket to come. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta airport sucks ass unless you have TSA. I don't know about TSA check, but I do know that people was going through TSA checkpoint was going straight in. And American Airline priority people was going straight in. They was going straight in. So, whereas in Arizona, the way their airport is set up, you basically, when you get into the airport, you go straight to the TSA. So, and then once you pass TSA, you're at your gate. So like each gate has a TSA. Whereas in Atlanta has one TSA, maybe a couple of slide or downstairs ones that they use to kind of cut the line down. But you have basically one or two TSA checkpoints, and then once you get past TSA, you go to the terminals. Okay. And it was just it's been a shit show forever like that ever since we had to do TSA in Atlanta airport. It's always been that way. But if Clear cannot pass the TSA in Atlanta, you think I'm paying $200 something for Clear? I'm gonna go TSA check. It's cheaper. I think it's like $80 something for you to get a TSA pre-check. That means that if you go through the pre-check, you don't have to go through all of that, taking your stuff out the bag and all that stuff. Okay. With Clear, it just means you don't have to show your ID. Okay. You know, that's it. That's all. That's that. And you're supposed to be able to skip the line and go straight through to Clear and to TSA where you check your bag. You think I'm gonna pay $200 for that? Now they did say that if you get Clear, you get free TSA for 5 years. But why, when I can just pay $84 and do TSA pre-check and actually skip the line? So do what you want. If you have Clear, and if you've been in Atlanta, please put in the comments, say something to me about like, oh no, you're wrong. But if I'm right, Clear is not. You don't want Clear. Atlanta airport laughs at Clear. Okay, TSA or whatever your airline's priority, the priority, because American Airlines did have priority flyers where they can go straight to TSA. That line was nothing in Atlanta. So, that part. But I am so happy to be here. This airport is so much better than, as far as getting to where you want to go quickly, to your gate quickly. Now, as far as restaurants and stuff, now, Atlanta, people, I wouldn't be surprised if people go to Atlanta airport, Hartsfield airport, just to go to dinner, go on a date airport, okay, because they got some amazing restaurants in there, okay. But outside of that, But I did have a good time in Atlanta. It was wonderful seeing my son. I had some. Actually, while I was there, everything was beautiful. The weather was beautiful. The people were beautiful. They were wonderful. But at the airport, I don't know if I want to give them my ass the kiss, as far as that's concerned, because it is Atlanta and it's an international airport, so I get it. But Clear, you won't be getting my business, and I think it was a good thing that I got to try it. Now I know I don't want Clear, I want TSA. So choose what you like. Choose what works best for you. Clear, it was very clear that I don't want Clear. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.